Greetings. This is Karni Zor in this very special time. We're finally at the end of 2020, which was an amazing and crazy and difficult year astrologically and technically, physically, emotionally, mentally. And now we're heading towards a big shift as we enter a brand new year, which is 2021, which is going to be much better. So let's see what's ahead, what the stars have in stock for us for the next year. So let's start with saying that 2020 was a very unique astrological year, very difficult year, a year with 6 different eclipses, a year with a conjunction between Saturn, the planet of struggles and constraints, Pluto, the planet of transformation, and Jupiter that expands and enlarges and makes global all the difficulties of Saturn and Pluto. It was also a year of huge shifts and changes where we might not see the results of yet, but new things could have formed and did form because Jupiter is the planet of the new things and Saturn allows the establishment of these new things, and Pluto really enables this transformation. But we don't see this produce yet. It will be revealed over the next decade, most likely. So this was a very, very difficult, transformative, historical year. And the good news are that 2021 is going to be much easier. We just finished the peak of difficulties during the last solstice and last lunar and solar eclipses, and now we're heading to a brand new year with new allowance and new permissions and new possibilities. So 2021 is going to be a year where this conglomerate of 3 planets, Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, really break, and the planets are getting further apart from each other, not in conjunction, not affecting so strongly together, but rather now allowing the breathing and the digestion and the healing from the last very, very transformative year that we have all experienced. So 2021 is going to be a year where slowly Saturn is getting away from Pluto, Jupiter is very quickly getting away from Saturn, and the whole three, when they're not together, can really allow us new things. The most significant thing that we will actually see in the sky is that Jupiter is going very quickly to take its distance from Saturn. So the analogy for that would be a slingshot. Saturn is the planet of constraints, things holding back, the past pulling, old regimes, old institutions really trying to put us back and hold us back. But now, Jupiter is flying ahead through this coming year, through 2021, and it's going to break away from the constraints of Saturn, really enabling something new to happen in this world. So Jupiter and Saturn have a history. Traditionally, they are father and son, and Jupiter was the young son of Saturn. Saturn was the very strict ruler who made lots of organizations and constraints and rules, and his rule was so strict that it was actually impossible to do something new during his reign. And Jupiter needed to uh, lock his father Saturn and create a new order. So this is what is happening now in the skies as Jupiter gets its distance from his father Saturn, leaving the past, leaving the old rules and regularities and constraints far behind, and opening a new domain, a new kingdom, a new possibility for everybody. Now, in the world, this would be seen in all big institutes, regulations. We're going to see the fall of old things staying behind as new possibilities rise. We were very, very stuck and constrained, and we were told what to do. We were under Saturn's regime for 2020. And now, as a pendulum, if we went very, very far into one extreme, which is the extreme of a being put in our houses and being in constraint, now the world will go to the other extreme, which is breaking free, breaking loose, and finding new ways, new freedoms, new possibilities. We're going to see it in all manners of things, in the way people will travel, in the way of education, in the way of merchandise and buying things, in the way governments work. The whole last year, we saw the regime and the rule at its hardest, most constricted way. But now, like a shell, things are going to really fall off the trees, like an old bark of a shell, an old bark of a tree, or a shell of a snake that grew out of its shell and needs now to shed it and pass through to the next phase. So all the things that really try to hold their grasp on us during the last year, are going to really disappear quite quickly as new things are born. Yes, there might be chaos at the beginning, because without order, there is lots of change and uncertainty, and there can be anarchy, and many new things will want to happen. But if people will be true to themselves and will allow something new and good to begin, then we can see a start of really a new epoch during 2021. Of course, at the beginning, there might be lots of disorder, but the last thing that Jupiter and Saturn did during 2020 was to kiss. They conjuncted, and with that, hopefully, Saturn blessed Jupiter, its sun, with the ability not just to break out and do new things, but also to bring these new things into a an establishment, into a form that can hold. Because we do need the two. We need the new things, but we need it also to be able now to have its stability. So we are going to see the beginning of a whole new episode in history, with new things that we didn't even imagine possible, because everything that we can imagine originates from the past. And we are talking about new ways of traveling, of communicating, of educating, many, many new things. And we need to remember that these new things won't come now from Saturn, from the establishment. They need to come from the people. This is the message. If everybody is aligned to their own vocation, they will be the necessary piece in this grand puzzle to create the new future that we are heading to. So this is worldwide global changes. Now, in our lives as well, we are going to see new things, new pathways opening. So first of all, of course, your own vocation is absolutely important to the bigger picture. And during 2021, especially from April, we will be able to do new things and to bring into movement the new things that we want to have in our lives. Now, this is a time to consider all territories of life and to have a new start in them, according to the understandings that we had during 2020. We do not want to go back to a past, to a conformity, to the ordinary way of going at things. We really want to have this opportunity taken to have a brighter future for ourselves in our own lives, in the way we are in our relationships, in the way we are with our children, in the way we approach our work, our community, our vocation, and again, our private vocation. It's not just our private vocation. It is absolutely critical and important for the sake of the new things that want to develop and the sake of the evolution of the human race, which we will now see rapidly progressing. So why April as a mark of new things? The whole of 2021 will be a rapid movement into the future with new actual things happening, taking place, new establishments, new ideas, new regulations, new growth and words, new growth and global really go with Jupiter, who is going to be the star of 2021. Now, till April, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are still in the same astrological realm. Astronomically speaking, it is the realm of Capricorn, which I call the realm of the diamond. But since April 2021, Jupiter will move so fast away from Saturn and Pluto that it will actually enter the realm of Aquarius, which is the realm which I call the realm of the waterfall. And just to say that this astrology, astronomical astrology, is different than the classical astrology that will tell you that the three are now in the realm of or in the sign of Aquarius. This is astronomically not so. But Jupiter will enter the sign of Aquarius astronomically at the 11th of April 2021. Remember this date. And the realm of Aquarius is the realm of the individual responsibility, new things, and people taking their lives to their own hand, bringing their future in their own unique way, taking their own path, becoming their own saviors and messiahs. Jupiter also has to do with being a savior, because it radiates more light than it gets from the sun. So this is the time for you, first of all, to understand and see what it is that you want to do in your own private life. How would you want to see 2021 in the perspective of your own practical private life and in the perspective of the world? And if as many people as possible, if lots of people will understand that and make these necessary steps and have an alignment to their own true, unique, godly fingerprint and purpose and vocation, then rapidly we will start to see a global change taking place here during 2021. Now this is big, this is huge. 2020 was huge, 2021 will be huge in another way, in the way of us seeing a brand new future take place and orchestrate in front of us, but with us as part of it. We can't sit and wait anymore for someone big to do the work. We are the future. We are the people who will create the new possibilities and the new future. In my site, you can read now your astrological forecast for 2021 with more emphasis considering your astrological tribe according to your birth date and what Jupiter's travel in the sky will mean for you personally. I highly recommend registering to my channel, making sure that you get these messages by clicking the bell. Please share this video with more people so they also get these messages and these understandings, because it's crucial and critical to walk in these historical, phenomenal times, being aware of what it means and what are the possibilities in it. Till soon, be safe.